I think I'm live. Hello, out there in Radio Land. I hope everyone is good. I can't see anyone in the chat yet, but oh, there I see you guys. Now I see you guys. How is everyone? How we doing? And I always forget to say this, but hello to anyone who is watching this on catch up or like watching it after it's been posted. But how are you guys doing? Friday, and it's the long weekend. I am I know it's definitely in the UK and the US. So I hope I hope you can still hear me. Good if I put this down here. So I hope everyone is looking forward to the long weekend, and I am just in the mood to chill, one, and two, I'm really hoping. I mean, you guys know that I've been having some little. I know there's a few people that don't like me because I don't know what their critique is, but I like Generation Q. But I know that some people are a bit furious about the fact that I've been talking to some people that work on the show, and I had a very, very brief conversation again with the wonderful Marsha Lewis Ryan, who's the showrunner. We'll talk about that stuff in a minute because I also wanted to talk about pants because I am so excited about what they talked about on Wednesday. And I'm not trying to claim credit, but on the 4th of April, I sent them a message saying that they should review the L word. And I said, you should do it like the women from, I don't know whether anybody listens to this, Office Ladies, because the women that play Pam and Angela, they work together obviously on The Office, and they're like best friends in real life, like Leisha and Kate. So I mean, it's a no-brainer. So I think it's gonna be really fun. And but let's obviously talk about the rap party, the premiere date, trailer, everything. And I also wanted to show you guys. I got my merch. Some of it still has to come in, but some bits and pieces have been coming in. I've gone like totally all out. Got like water bottle, everything. And are you guys still? The chat has like frozen, I think, on my side. Let me see 1 second. I feel like I'm buffering. Damn. Can you guys? Oh, I think it just froze for a little second there. Um, I see. I think it should be working now though. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, it was just for 1 second. Sorry about that, the echo thing. I just popped up another screen to check that I was actually not. This is so difficult because I honestly sometimes I'm like, is anyone out there? Because I don't hear, like I don't hear anyone. I'm just reading the chat, so it really freaks me out sometimes, and I'm like, I'm saying all this and there's just no one there. So Oh, yes, Ness. You're gonna get a shirt to Ness was one of the winners of Elcon 1. I will announce the winners at the end of Elcon 2. And Ness sent me a picture of her and her hoodie this week. I've got hoodies too, and they're, oh my god, they're so comfortable. So let's, I'm like, what do we start with? The rap part. Let's talk a rap party and I have some pictures to show because I've had my detective eye on them, and then we'll talk about release date and trailer. So the rap party, I'm sure most people who are in this chat are people that follow me on Instagram. So they actually showed the premiere last Saturday at the rap party. And I mean, of course, it was cast and crew and like some Showtime executives, few other people. So, you know, it got really good reviews, but I'm sure it is really good. So, oh, Ness, that's so cool. Thanks for telling me that. And I am so, they have the premiere cut and edited, ready to go. And you're going to say hi, G. And we haven't even got the trailer yet, but I'm really hoping that they're just saving the trailer. I did think there was a tiny chance we might get it today. Um, the trailer for June 1st because it's Pride, but I don't think they'll release it like over the week because they never really release anything over the weekend. So I think our next chance to get it is next week, and they do tend to like release new trailers on Thursdays and Fridays. So I'm really hoping that next Thursday and Friday is one of the two is when we get the trailer, because I feel like buffering again. I even saw, what's their name? You know, the H3 podcast. Oh no, I'm fine. They're they were even, gee, don't do that. They were even buffering, and they're like some huge, like massive professional thing. But no, I'm okay. So it has to be next week. They can't leave it any longer because the show, as I announced on Sunday, and I know there were some people that are like, oh, it's not confirmed, but like, yeah, it's not confirmed. But part of me, when that happens, I'm like, if you only want, if you're only going to take something when Showtime says it, then just follow show, like don't follow anyone else but Showtime, because I mean the Rosie thing, the L Word Online and I were the first ones to talk about it. I was the first one to talk about Helena. Um, there's something else. Oh, the thing with Kayla Allenwood. There was some other Laurel being in more episodes. There's loads of stuff that has come out before, and then it's really weird because it's always on a Sunday. Something happens because like I'll normally find out really late on the Saturday, like UK time, and then post it, and then other people like bigger publications or like bigger publications see it, or you know, other sites or whatever, and then they don't end up posting it until like really late on Sunday or even on Monday, and then it's, I don't know, it's I just always feel like saying like, hello, the information was here first. But you know, whatever. Yes, Emma, I did see the official Showtime account was they were really like jamming the knife into us yesterday. And the day before too. So oh, thanks, Ness. I just I do find it really I don't want to say difficult, but just if it was yeah, sometimes I'm like I feel like making if I did a live like this where like I talked a bit more about like stuff like that, like other reactions and things like that. Like I don't even want to entertain it, so that's why I wouldn't. But like I probably wouldn't post this afterwards to be like, rewatched and used and like whatever. Um so let's just you know me. Let's always look at the positives, the goods, and what else was I going to say? So Vanessa Williams also when she posted a video from the set when because like normally they when like we're getting all those pictures of everyone with the trailers, they'll go and like break down their trailer and take everything out and stuff like that. And the crew were doing some last they had like an overnight as the last day on set, and it'll be like b-roll and like overhead, like they had the drone out a couple of weeks ago and things like that, like just picking up the very very last things, and then the cast doing the last bits of like ADR. And then we know, not last week, the week before, they did the like you see in the corner like the little thing I have that says coming August 8th, like that, those pictures that they use, the promotional ones for everything, they did that. I think it was 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was like 16 days ago, but it was pretty recent. So when we got the trailer, we'll get like the official one because like this one obviously I made it, but the one that Chris made, the it's like with the watercolors, it looks so good. And like I think that when we Chris and I like released the information at the exact same time, and that night I think that like Jamie Clayton had shared it, and um I think Jillian had shared. There was like quite a few cast members that had shared it, but it wasn't anyone like Alicia or Kate or Jennifer or anything. And I think that when they saw Chris's, that they thought it was the actual like Showtime one because it's so good. So we'll start seeing stuff like that soon too. Um, so let me share my screen because I spotted something that I wanted to talk to you guys about too. So let me see. I've put some pictures in. Well, I'm opening up my Google Drive, and then we'll look at Instagram. It's not very big, that is it? Can you guys see that? Okay, like I'm gonna click on pictures, so it'll be bigger. Let me see. Where's the one that I'm on? Oh no, I don't want to comment on it. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's good. Look at this. Let me see how I can see on the screen. That's better. Look at this table, right? Do you see like all they're like cops badges and like um holsters and like guns and stuff? That's a lot. Like look at all those. this picture is like really recent. It was like not even a week ago. So I mean, I know that we're getting the detective with the same last name as me, like my real last name, and the FBI and stuff like that, that they're all, having something that go, because we know obviously whatever happens with this whole thing. I mean, I'm assuming there could be two storylines, obviously, but it seems as though whatever happens here with this FBI, blah, 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 that they end up in court by the end of the season. And then we also know that people are going to be in hospital like towards the end of the season. The hospital thing could be something completely separate. Like, someone could be having an operation, somebody could have a baby, anything. But it is very, like, just because they only have one cop, like they don't have tons of police officer extras yet. They could do that, because the other thing I was going to talk about is we have the first two episode titles as well. So I'm just like really curious as to what's going on with all these police badges, and like the car, NASA's just said about the car chasing. This has been the thing that people have been talking about. Like, I think that this just has always been a rumor, because there was like pictures from the set of, like, when they hook, like, well, maybe people don't know, like when you film in a car, like that scene in season one where like Nat, Alice, and Gigi are in the car, like they're not actually driving, they're hooked up to like a trailer, and then there's a car in front dragging them, and they have like all the cameras on them and stuff. And then they have cameras like hooked up in the car, and then they'll have the scene filmed, stop, and like be, when they do like the just like switching angles and stuff. So I'm not too sure. I think that's where that car chase thought came from, because they did share pictures of like the the car. I think it was like a big like a GMC, or like a big 4x4, that they were had the car in the trailer and they were shooting, but it was at night, so you couldn't tell like which character was driving. So I just I don't it could happen, but I'm not too sure about car accident. But this, like, seeing all those cop badges and guns and stuff, that would make you think that it's something way more than like a car accident, you know? Yeah, I know a lot of people have been saying that about Angie and Jordy about car accident, but the reason I don't think that's true is because a- any anything on set, like even if you are, I don't know, jumping down like two steps, they will have a stunt coordinator. There'll be stunt doubles. Like when I was a kid, like the first thing I ever, like movie thing that I ever did, was a horse riding thing, and they are so, especially big stars like Jennifer Beals and stuff, they are so on top of it with stunts and things. And Angie and Jordy, I know that Jennifer Beals has one listed, but it literally could be like if they light a candle on set, they have to have a safety meeting about it. So they, I just, unless an Angie and a Jordy stunt person appears in the cast list, I wouldn't think that there'd be anything with them in a car accident. Oh, I didn't think about that. about a BLM. I'm not sure what I'm about to say. There's certain things you can't say on YouTube. Um, so that would be really interesting. I'd like to see something like that on the show. Oh my gosh, JLC. We don't need any more JLCs. Who's the guy on IMDb who seems like a teenage boy? Hmm, let me go to IMDb. I did say this last week, but I didn't really like talk about it much. But there's someone listed on IMDb as Gigi's brother, so that'll be really interesting. Okay, let me share a different screen with you. So also, if anyone hasn't seen, let's look at the episode titles first, and then so the premiere is Late to the Party, and the second one is Lean on Me. I mean, you can't really, like we can't really tell too much from episode titles. And I have seen lots of theories on all this sort of thing. Yeah, there's nothing else. I think it's really like all of them keep listing the writers as. Oh, sorry, I just got a call. So, I mean, they are listing. I don't think the casting is like totally 100% correct yet, because I mean the premiere could be right because obviously they've got the two episode titles up, but even yesterday they had it as if like Tess was in 16 episodes, but then Alicia, Kate, and Jennifer were only in yeah, see, look, they still have it like Tessie. Sorry, my phone keeps. Okay, so let me see what you guys said. Either Pippa and her art has something to do with the BLM and something social, so Bette has to find her, or Pippa has to do with Kayla Allenwood. But I did read that really early back when before no, I think it was with the casting with Vanessa Williams that they said that her art was going to be like something to do with maybe not BLM, but it's something to do with like race and that, and like Bet was really interested in that. I can't remember the exact wording now. Maybe we'll be able to find it in a second, but yeah, I really wonder how they're going to bring Kayla Allenwood in, because I know that some people have like theories about. I saw someone had like a theory about Angie like being sick or something. I was like, I don't. I mean, like they're well, we have seen them shooting in a hospital, so anything is possible. But let's see what else you said. Oh, Gloriana, that's funny. It's something. It's a bad word, is it? Do you know what is funny though? I saw. I think it was like a little Vice documentary about this guy who I think he was a doctor, and he was a sperm donor, and they're only supposed to use so much sperm per like 100,000 people or something, because obviously like people are like using the same sperm all the time. It could like have all these kids, and that's like what happened. This like they were only supposed to use his sample like 4 times, and they'd used it like tons. And so far all these people, they had like, I think it was something like 37 kids they knew about so far, and like all the siblings got in touch, and then they obviously they knew the dad was, well, he was like the biological parent or donation or whatever. And they were still like every couple of months like another one would pop up. So I wonder if because remember Marcus Allenwood had donated once before, and then obviously like to Bette and Tina, and then we know of, because Kayla definitely seems Angie's age or younger. Like I don't think that's his older. Like Kayla probably has a sibling, or I mean maybe it is. Maybe it was really close that he'd. But it made it sound like it was his donation when they're having the talk in the original. So late to the party, I think will be Carrie meeting the gang. Yeah, that's probably true. Oh god, maybe it's an engagement party for Tina and Carrie. That'll be awful and like so tension filled. Oh my gosh. And then it's like, would they invite Bet, but Tina obviously would invite like Alice and Shane. Oh, I remember like my like one of my exes that I was with for like a really really long time. When she got engaged to someone else, like we had like the same, well, they were mostly like my friends, but they'd obviously been friends with her through like all the years that we were together. And like she invited them to her engagement party, and like obviously I wasn't invited. So like most of them didn't go, but there was like one or two that did, and it was like so awkward. But I don't know whether I feel like they might invite Bet, because like that's different. Like they have a kid together, and they were together so long, and they were married. So, but then would Bet really want to go? Like, oh, so awful, so awkward. I mean, she had like a breakdown at at dinner, finding out they were engaged. So I don't know whether she could cope with the whole engagement party thing. Kaya said, "Wait, is Freddie Jose coming back for season two?" I hope, like, they cannot leave that up in the air, surely. I know that the actor Freddie, he was in definitely in LA. I haven't really seen him on set though at all, and I haven't seen like I mean, they maybe he was in, because again, it has been like 8 months that they've been filming, so he like they literally could have wrapped his stuff up in like the first episode or two, and then that's why, because in the beginning, remember, like we hardly got any set pictures, and things were still really bad in California when, because they went back to filming the 30th of November. So there was all that going on, and then they were like really spaced out. So maybe because as well, like remember Micah and Jose were like really separate from everyone else. Like they only had those, few scenes in Dana's, and like a Bet's election thing, where they like even interacted with like the bigger cast. So if when they were filming, they probably would have been filming their scenes on days when no one else was even there. And I know Leo Shang like does share like he shares pictures in like batches basically, but if they were filming like, I'm sure it's definitely possible, and I really really wouldn't think that they would not at least have that tied up over like a few episodes. And again, the actor was definitely in LA because I saw stuff on his Instagram, so I'm sure he is. Sorry, I'm just catching up on what you guys were saying. Well, most of just to talk still about the Angie Kayla thing, most of the anyway, when I was watching this like documentary, this is what they said, that I think California is like this, where it's at 18, like you do get the information. I know that. Well, Angie's not eight. What is she, 16 in season one? So it will be coming up soon. And again, I don't know how they're going to address, well, we know that time doesn't really exist on the onward, but are they going to jump immediately in and it's like season one finale was the day before? Are we going to jump forward a few? I know that Chris from the Outward Online, like, she really thinks that there's gonna be like a jump forward, but you would think that they would pick up right where season one left off so that we can find out like what happened with Sophie and Danny and Finley. But I don't know. I have a feeling that they're going to pick up down the road and then like they won't give us that answer straight away. Like maybe they'll even just do like an opening, the credits, and then we find out. But or even we could find out at the end of the first episode. It's difficult to tell. Oh, so I see such a divide about Bet. Is Bet gonna attend? Is she not? Guys, I remember when Bet went over to Tina and Henry's mixer for their gay and straight friends. Oh my god, it was fucking awful. But that's like, well, the interview that Rosie O'Donnell did, it seems like it's kind of going to be like that for Carrie, like the other way around, because she, like Rosie was saying that Carrie is like really intimidated by Bet's friends and the whole like LA lifestyle thing. So it's going to be, well, really, I just can feel like it's going to be so awkward. And yeah, I really wonder how they're going to navigate that, because obviously it'll be like it'll be like that straight gay mixer, but then I'm kind of interested to see how Alice and Shane kind of deal with it too, because obviously like Bet's their best friend and like they're hella loyal to Bet and stuff, but like Tina's still their friend, and it'll just put them in like a really, I don't know, well, like awkward position. But oh yeah, I'm actually like really excited to see what happens with like Alice and Shane and the whole situation, because I think Alice will have some like Alice moments. Yeah, Kayla Allenwood is definitely his daughter because she's got the same last name. So I wonder just if she is the because in season one of the original Elwood, Tina said he already has a kid, so we know that like he's capable of having a child, but like if it's Kayla, the kid would have to have been like just born when they were because obviously Tina was like well they got pregnant once and then Tina was pregnant for 9 months, so it was like a year from that. And the um girl who's playing Kayla Annawood looks younger than, or I think she is younger than Jordan Hall, so that's what I was saying, like maybe she has an older sibling too. Oh, hey Molly, I was wondering where you were. I'm so excited for all this awkwardness and jealousness. And it's gonna be great. Ness said, "Will I be joining the skate league with Leisha and Skate Williams?" Oh my god, the dream, the absolute dream. Yeah. Well, I keep saying for season three, I'm making it to LA one way or another, whether they want me or not. So maybe I can get on in the skate league. I did think that was really funny though when Leisha was like, she's waiting to skate until after the season. The season is wrapped because she didn't want to like have an accident. Yeah, Josie said, I'm okay with Jose just being wrapped up. Micah doesn't want to talk to him or something. Micah does better. Yeah, I honestly like, and that whole thing with the husband, yeah, like get Micah someone that's not a douche. Why is Jamie listed as the first cast member? Oh, so IMDb will rank people based on the amount of episodes they're in when it's television like this. So even if, let me think of like, okay, you think of a show like ER where, or even like Grey's Anatomy, where the cast like changes over the time. So even someone like, so in Grey's Anatomy, like obviously Ellen Pompeo, who's the star, who's been in every episode, is the top, and then like Richard and Miranda, because they've all been in the most episodes. But there's people like Callie in Arizona that haven't been in the show for what, 6 years and 3 years. Arizona hasn't been in it, but they'll still be ranked way up at the top of the cast, even though there's people on it now who'll be at the bottom because they've been in more episodes. So, uh, Leisha, Kate, and Jennifer. Obviously, Gen Q is completely separate from the L word. Like it doesn't even count. And whatever's gone on with when they're doing like someone is literally filling all the information out for IMDb and all the other websites. That's how we've got those two new episode names. The only person whose credits are correctly filled out at the moment are Jamie's. And I think that the issue was that season one, because Alicia, Kate, Jennifer, it's the same. Let me see. It's the same mistake with Danny and Micah and Finley. It's everyone who was a actual credited main cast member from season one, because I don't think that whatever was going on that they did the credits right in season one. So they're only adding up the 10 episodes from season two and one from season one because it just wasn't done right. It's just a mistake. So don't worry about it because all of them I'm kind of interested about Nat because I haven't really. I mean, I've definitely seen photos of Stephanie Allen, and she was at the rap party, but at the same time, she was working on something else. So I don't know how much time she was on set and things. So it will be. Oh, he must be. How many episodes was he in season one? Let's see. We can find out now. Let's see. Let's see on here. Oh, so he's in definitely the first two episodes. God, he was in 7 episodes in the first season. I didn't realize it was that many. Let's see the other ones just to see what they're. Hmm. Because it was weird. Because Gigi was a guest star in like I think it was the first 3 episodes. They just um they just sort of haven't filled in the rest of the season. See, look, see, Tessa's are all right. Maybe she isn't in 4 and 5, but it looks right on her, but not right on anyone else. Did Rosie move to LA? Yeah, she did. Um, she's back living there now. Sorry, the chat skipped there a little bit. Do we ship Tess and Shane? Yeah, is that thing. I'm all about the Danny and Gigi ship, but Tess and Shane. I mean, they keep saying that they have like this complicated relationship, so it's definitely a possibility because um Lena definitely isn't in season two because I think that actress I think she's either like really heavily pregnant or she just had her baby. I'm just reading what you guys were saying. Oh yeah, Julesy, that I know they need MTV. Like sometimes they have stuff straight like, hello, that's all we all found out about. Well, that was the only breadcrumb that Laurel was coming back in season one. But then some of the stuff is so old. Oh, thanks, Ness. Um, thanks so much. Any other guest stars on Alice's show? So I obviously I saw one thing that I was like, this could be one. But the only thing is they might not have that many because of obviously the worldwide panorama. Um, but there was a picture on, you know, the way in Alice's like office, they have the chart on the wall, but it's actually not people sleeping together. It's the guest stars, and they're all like connected that way. So there was one where the crew were like taking pictures, and you can see one of the connections is Samira Wiley from Orange is the New Black and Handmaid's Tale. I know that she and her wife just had a baby. Like the baby looks really young. I remember a post that she said her wife gave birth like a week before Mother's Day. So it's really recent. So it's definitely possible that she's filmed sometime since November 30th. She'd be a really cool guest star. And like Handmaiden's Tale was, it wrapped like a while ago because it's airing now. So she's definitely someone that I think could be a possible guest star. I mean, I I would love to see them stick with this whole like actual like LGBT, well, actual lesbians on it. And there's I mean, they could go really, really big and get really cool people because I feel like normally if a show, I mean, like it's a Showtime show too, and I feel like Showtime and HBO, like you can get big actors to do it, and especially something like this where it's like so like the L word is lesbian culture that I feel like you could get someone like Sarah Paulson to do it just for because it's the L word, and like also she has the added thing of like Holland Taylor did it, and um so obviously that's like a huge ask, and a big get is Sarah Paulson. But I think there's more like Samira Wiley is definitely a possibility. They could even go like there's a lot of people from Orange they could get like Taylor Schilling would be a cool person to get to. There's a lot of people that I'd love to see, and with 10 episodes I think the odds of us getting like a real person guest star is definitely a possibility. When do I think the trailer will come out? I am pretty adamant that okay, so Tuesday is the 1st of June, so it's Pride, and Showtime trailers nearly always are released on a Thursday or Friday. But they did throw, well, it wasn't really like a whole trailer, but they did release a Dexter trailer this week. It was really short, so it's not like the proper trailer. But I think that with the L Word this season, I and normally they'll release like literally like a 7-second clip that doesn't have any like people in it or anything. It's like a still image, but like, moves, and it'll be a voiceover. And then they do a clip, like a 10-second one, like the Dexter one the other day, and then they do a real trailer. But I think because of, you know, hello, it's almost June and the show's gonna premiere in August. So I think that they're just gonna go boom straight to a minute and 10 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds, maybe at the most a minute and 30-second trailer. So I think the most likely thing that we'll see is a trailer either on Tuesday, June 1st, kicking off Pride, or next Thursday or Friday, because those are the usual days that they release trailers. I did ask. I did ask, and I got back a heart. So I didn't get like an actual word response. So I did try. Why is there a minister in the cast list for episode one? Um Do you mean Rebecca from last season or a different? Let's see. Well, we know in the earlier part, well, early to mid parts of the season, there is there is a wedding. 55 minutes. I wonder if that's right. It probably is. Okay, so this is the first episode. Oh, Griffin Dunst in like boom in the first episode. Okay, Nat, Danny's dad, Jose, Jordy, Maribel. It's saying that Laurel is in the first episode. I mean, this looks like this looks like it's right because yes, that like all these like Marissa, Chloe, like all of them, they have been in the cast for a while, but there's people missing that are on that big like season 2 one. So this does look right, and there's people like Vanessa Williams and stuff that I know she's not in the premiere, but she's in season 2, so she's obviously omitted from this. So that what I'm trying to say is they didn't just copy and paste all the new people from season 2 in this. So yeah, this does look right. This is the minister. Hmm. Oh, she's in the first and second episode. Let's look at the second one. So this actress is like listed, I think, in like 4 episodes for the season. I'm really surprised Laurel's in the premiere. I mean, that's like a good surprise because I wasn't too sure whether she would be. Pretty, like everyone's in the premiere. This is the oh, okay, no. That is right. Okay, okay, okay. Because I know that Marja did write and direct the first episode. So this, yeah, this is right. Let's see. The second one. Let's see what you guys are saying. Thanks, Cherry Cola. Oh, Tammy, that was so weird that you just joined because I literally was thinking, I literally when I read that about Laura Holloman, I was like, oh, Tammy's missing out. We're just saying that Laurel is definitely 100% in, well, okay, 99% in the premiere, which I wasn't too sure that she would be in the premiere, but she is. Okay. Yeah, see, like the writers are updated on this too, so this is right. Who's this now? Like, is that? So it doesn't look like Laurel's in the right. I'm not missing her. It doesn't look like she's in the second episode. Yeah, see, Nat's in both. That's Donald Face in there coming in. That must be him coming in to So that sorry, let me look at one more thing. Oh, so Rosie is in the I'm really surprised that they're both in the premiere because when they were, I mean, they did film in that really blocky, blocking everything in threes. Um, so let's catch up on what you guys said. Oh, hi, Amy. Thanks for the kind comment. Thanks, lovely. Oh, Shay, I was going to talk about this. Thank you for reminding me. Shay said, "Is Rachel still listed on IMDb?" They've taken her off, so I know she's still going to be in the season. It was like with Laurel; they took her off because like I don't know how many people were around like when they were making the first season of Gen Q, but Laurel appeared on the IMDb and everybody went crazy and was sharing it. And then, boom, like a day later, they took her off and we're like, no, no, Laurel's still painting. She doesn't want to come back. And then we know what happened. Oh, hey, Brenda, glad you can make it. Oh, yeah, Vanessa Williams was really, really like nice about the show. And like she said, she had such a good time. So it seems like, I mean, everyone seems to have a good time on that set. I know people a lot of the time people are like, oh, it's IMDb, but IMDb honestly like one um when I was getting put on IMDb, they are so on it. Like you cannot fabricate stuff. Like they check absolutely everything, and they won't take just your word for it. Like it has to come from either your manager or like the production company or the official like scripts, credits, all that stuff. Like they are really, really thorough. Like people just can't go in and like change things. um and they are normally like really, really on it, and like it's very rare that there's like some sort of like a casting mistake like that. Like normally when they, especially when they're breaking it down by the episodes, and like that's why I was checking the writing credits, because I absolutely know who the writers are for the first couple of episodes and the directors are, so those are right. So that's just why it's making me thinking it's a bit more credible, because they're like, I'm sure over the next few weeks we're going to be seeing, because people got like, as each episode is like edited and prepared, it goes through this whole process, and updating the IMDb and all the credits and stuff is a part of this whole thing. So obviously it depends how fast they're editing and stuff, but next week we'll probably see episode 3 added, episode 4 the week after, and stuff like that, because I mean there's like 70 days, 10 weeks, pretty much. Like, okay, 10 weeks and like a few days until the premiere. Like, it's coming. Thank God. It's been long enough. Yeah, and I said Tina in the first episode because Carrie's meeting everyone. I'm really surprised. I thought it would be like episode 3 that they would be first appearing. That yeah, only episode 1 and 2 are up to date on IMDb. The rest like won't be up to date. No, well, I don't think Tina will be in 10. She's not in episode 2, it looks like, anyway. Um, I think it's more likely she's in like 5 or 6, because if she was, I've said this like a good couple of times, so sorry anyone, I'm repeating myself, but if she was in 10, Laura would be given like a series regular bump up, like Jordan Hall was. And Cephalus came last season, so Gigi is one too, because she appears in the credits. I think it's episode 3 onward. Gigi's in the credits, and who else? I'm sure Jamie Clayton's in the credits this season too. But because Laurel is an OG, because she was like the lead, one of the leads in the original series, even if she was in 8, they would have bumped her up to series regular role. So that's why I think it's like 5, because otherwise she'd be a series regular and like named in the credits. Chat keeps jumping. Sorry. Rose Crochet. Something is telling me it's episode 4, but that's me remembering off the top of my head, so I could be wrong. Julesy, I remember you were the one who found that out. Do you remember if it was? Oh yeah, okay. She said, sorry, it's episode 4. Yeah, but Sybil Shepherd is Sybil Shepherd. She wasn't ever a series well, she wasn't a series regular because she wasn't in every episode, but they like they couldn't afford her. They would have had to pay her way, way too much to be a series regular, because I mean, it's not just about money. Like when you're a series regular, there's all these other obligations that you have to do that just do not exist when you're a guest star. So when you're a series regular, you have to do things like do these promotional pictures. You're obligated to do X amount of interviews. You have to do like, even as far as like you have to do the DVD commentary. You have to do all these like other things associated with the show, like go on talk shows and stuff like that, that just Sybil Shepherd is, like I'm sure she loved being on the show and things like that, but it's not just you being in every episode and stuff like that. Like there's a huge, huge time, energy, effort, commitment from that side as well. And that could absolutely be the reason that Laurel does not want to be a series regular, because she does have a complete other career. So whereas she enjoys going and turning up and doing the actual on-screen stuff, she doesn't have the time to go and do the talk shows and the premieres and all the photo shoots and stuff like that. So maybe that's why she doesn't want to even do that. Yeah. Oh yeah. So you said that. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that like she would like she then they're not going to there's like reasoning behind it that they would not they're not going to pay her to be there's like all sorts of contract things too, with if you're in like that's why a Jamie Clayton will be bumped up, because she'll be in all the episodes, so she needs to be bumped up too. And then that's why like Jordan will be has been bumped up this season. So because the other thing is too, it's like it's to protect the actors too. It's to do with like the union as well. So that's why if you are in X amount of episodes like this, because when I mean like this doesn't really Showtime's weird too, because it's like treated completely different from regular television. So a really good example is Friends, because that is like such like the show is insane, and it's pretty easy to like to explain and stuff too, because it's such a rarity that there's the same six actors for 10 years, and also they're all like the big famous thing about Friends is they brilliant thing that they did is they all negotiated together, and that's why they were able to get 1 million per episodes. And most television in the US, UK, stuff like that, obviously the actors get paid for each season or per episode or whatever it is. And that's all they're making until they get to that syndication. And that's where the real money is. So if you're looking at TV shows that when they start, they'll start and you never really see a show get cancelled at season 3 or season 4, because all the money is being made once it gets to a fifth series. There's over 100 episodes, and that's when a show can be sold into syndication, and you get shows like Do you know how much money the Friends make each year on syndication alone? It's like 30 million each for a show that like that Friends finished in what, 2004? Like that's insanity. Like make way more money now from the rights than from before. So it's all to do with that as well. And I mean, there's Showtime. It is weird though, but and selling the show to internationally and things like that too. Yeah, and I don't I don't blame Laura. Like she's got like a super super successful painting career, and she gets to show up and do the like on camera, like all that. Take it like, oh, I know it looks really like really glamorous, but all those going around and answering the same questions and doing like all the promotional pictures that get airbrushed to hell and stuff. I'd like that would be amazing. And as well, like Kate, Leisha, and Jennifer that are executive producers, and they're yeah, okay, they're getting paid more, but then they're doing all that side of it too. Like Laurel's just showing up and doing the fun stuff. Oh, Julesy, I have the amount of times I've bought Friends. Oh my god. I have like the Blu-ray like series collection now. I have the DVD. I even used to buy the VHSs. I watched Friends since like I think like 1995. Like I was really young when I started watching it. I remember getting I always asked for the new season as like the VHS for Christmas. Yeah, I mean I don't know how quick we're gonna get Bette and Tina back together. I think I don't think it'll be in the beginning of the season, that's for sure. I think that they will absolutely drag it out, and maybe it'll be the cliffhanger for season 2. But they're gonna have fun with us dragging this whole thing out, that is for sure. And going on that conversation, like what I was talking about before, about the whole syndication and things like that. The fact that the L Word Generation Q got a second season, and let's be careful what I say, that the and like everything is that's going on in the world right now, I think that we will be I think the show will get an renewal very quickly. Like I don't see it having any issues getting renewed. So they're gonna plan for that. Like they're gonna, if they know, please put up a picture of Bentina. I have one in my let me see. Wait. Because also like everybody everybody always talks about um oh, they renewed the show when Laurel came back, and that's when they announced the show was renewed. But the show was renewed long before, and even like they don't get the ratings, especially now with the way that people watch TV. It's not like when Friends was on, where everybody watched it on a Thursday night at 9 o'clock, because we watch it on catch up, or we watch it on, oh, this well, I'm sure everyone's seen this from the other day. Yeah, exactly, Carol. Angst, jealousy, I'm here for it too. Rebecca said, do you think Showtime has already indicated to Marja about season 3? I think that that stuff is either gone, like has just gone on, or or will be going on now, because they've wrapped for the season. So they'll be like, well, obviously they have wrapped filming, but Marja, the other writers, directors, they will be working with the editors now, and like obviously they've done episode 1 too. They probably, I guess they'll probably finish editing right around when we get the show, like the 8th of August. So they'll probably have like a couple, they'll be having, the actors will have the summer off, and as the writers and directors move through their episodes, so say, I don't know, say I'm a writer on the show and I wrote episodes 2, 4, and 6. Like after 6, then I'm like, okay, peace, like this is my time off. Then they'll go away, and they'll probably be like, oh, everybody generate ideas or whatever for next season. And then, hopefully, if there's series 3, which, as I said, again, I don't think that there will be any issue about getting season 3, then they will the writers will probably go back in like September. And I mean, it could be a little bit later than that, because the schedule is so thrown off than the way it should be, because of obviously the world. So say they go back in September, you would have them write, what do they usually do? So they would write September, October, November, December, and then probably in the new year, if there is a lot of factors that, like, obviously I don't know if they like Jennifer and Eileen have that Evelyn Hugo thing coming up. So they could have planned certain things before the whole world went to hell. And it could be like, oh, in 2022, from February to June, Jennifer has Evelyn Hugo. So they might, but there could be nothing. And I'm just basing this on nothing. So, unlike them having nothing. So they write, and then in January they go back, and obviously they won't take 8 months to shoot at this time because, you know, thankfully things are getting better. So say they normally shoot like for 4.5 months, so that would have them shooting, coming out in about May. And I mean, that, that would get them giving us season 3 August next year. So I mean, but they might hold it back a bit to make it line up again with the December release, January release ish. So it's hard to tell, but that's just my opinion and thought. Oh, at the convention in the UK, well, we're doing the meetup at Laurel's art show in September. Anyone who like, I'm going, and I said anyone who's one of my subscribers, love to meet up with you guys, go to dinner, hang out. So I will probably in July, I'll set up like a group like on Facebook or something that we can chat and, like, talk about where we're gonna meet and stay and stuff. And Leisha and Kate did. Oh, I'll talk about pants too. Leisha and Kate did say that they would really love to see the conventions back in the UK. Will I still be doing lives when the L Word airs? Hell yeah! Oh my gosh! Yeah, I am gonna change my schedule a bit because, I mean, one, I will definitely what I know, this is, well, this, I say normally, like, I only did what, 3 episodes when I started my channel, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Well, some people would argue I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not claiming to, I've never claimed to be some absolute YouTube superstar. Like, I'm just trying my best and to put some positivity out about a show that I like I'm not trying to take over the world. So what I'm gonna this is my plan for now anyway. I get the episodes Sunday morning at 5 a.m. So I will get up at 5 a.m. I watch the episode once, like, just watch it, no notes, nothing. And then I watch the episode a second time and take notes, and then, spend like an hour, like, marking things out, blah, 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 film, edit straight away. So I normally get my video up like before noon on, or at the very latest noon on Sunday UK time. So that's 7 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday and 4 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday. So most people in the US, when they wake up on Sunday, it will be there. And then I normally do a second video that day about the trailer, and, like, watch the trailer, talk about the trailer, talk about what's going to happen. And then the Monday, if it's like a bit like the premiere, I'll definitely do this for, like, big scenes, like Valentina scenes, or where there's like a big revelation or something, like, and I'll talk about key scenes. And then I will share, like, as much. I have to be really careful because Showtime are really happy with that copyrights, well, not strike, copyright claiming. So I can share, like, small scenes, and then in the Monday video I normally like show small bits of the scenes and talk about them. And then um I will like do I don't know when to maybe I'll just keep my lives on Fridays, but I might change them so that we can talk about stuff. Josie, do you mean is Laurel's thing happening? As far as I know, yeah, it still is. I know Tammy asked on was it did you ask on Twitter or email Tammy? But they said yeah, as far as they know, it's still going ahead. Oh, Brenda, it'd be cool to see you then. Will I be giving spoilers? What I'm gonna try and do is, so Grey's Anatomy when they maybe people don't watch Grey's Anatomy when they put stuff up on like Twitter and Instagram like the night it airs. So when you scroll, it'll have a video at the start that says spoilers in 3, 2, 1. So you have time to scroll past it. So I will try my absolute best to put something like that, or like what I did with when I announced the Helena thing, where I said swipe for a big guest star so that people who don't want to see it don't. But if you do want to see it, like as I said, I on as much as I can because Showtime is really psycho about this stuff. I will post on my channel like big like say in the premiere we see Bette meet and Carrie. Like that's the scene I choose for that episode to put on my channel so people can see. The UK and some people ask me this. And this goes for anyone who's in any other countries. So I only know about the US and the UK. So the UK, they normally get Showtime shows 10 weeks after it's aired in the US. So the UK probably will not get the show until October. So as soon as there's anything, I will absolutely make sure that everyone knows. But until there's news, there's like nothing that I can say, but it's usually 10 weeks. And for any other countries, I'll put a community page post because I've put it in the comments of my release date video. And I've said like anyone who knows in any other countries, like what the like because I don't know what it airs in in Brazil or something. So if somebody knows what's up in Brazil, then feel free to comment on like the pinned comment, and then that's a good place that if somebody else asks me what's the story in Brazil, I can say, oh, go and look at this comment, and then like another, so it's kind of like a where everyone can like help each other a bit if like other people know what the deal is in a country. Because but the thing is like there's nowhere else that it'll be coming out the 8th of August, like because of the way Showtime is, that they're like a paid for channel, that it's normally a couple of weeks. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was less than 10 weeks for anywhere else. Oh, bye, Striker. And then, oh, the only other thing I was going to say is I said like briefly at the start about pants that, yeah, I sent an email to Alicia, well, not to Alicia and Kate, to like whoever the pants email answerer is about that. I was like, oh, you should do the, what the office ladies does. It's like two best friends who met on the set of The Office. So it's like totally like Alicia and Kate. And I said that they should review the original L Word, and now they're doing it. So I'm sure they had someone else think of the idea too. But they also said that they're gonna have some. They sounded like they're having some big guests on. I was trying to figure out who, because Leisha was like, "Oh, she's really big." The person that she was asking, so I wonder who that is. Um, I was trying to think who's someone that's like blown up since the. I mean, I was thinking of like people like Kobe Smulders, but like she was only in a few, like a handful of episodes. So we were doing a countdown on the last 10 days before airing. Like, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, if Rosie's in 3 and she's in the premiere, then that really, like, it doesn't seem like she's gonna be in too many. Well, if anyone has any other questions before I peace out. Yeah, I mean, like, as much as I can. I have said before that so a cast member from the show has agreed to come on, and like, I'm not gonna like bait people and like say like a cast member and act like it's like going to be Jennifer Beals, because like, I'm pretty transparent. So it's a Generation Q cast member who's in season 1 and season 2. So they have said they will do it while they're doing like the press for season 2. So I definitely have one. So I'd love to have some other ones, but I'm hoping that with the person I'm getting on, that if they have a really nice time and see that it's like fun and stuff, then maybe they'll be like to other ones like, "Oh, hey, I went on this tiny, tiny little YouTube channel," and then see what the story is. Where's G? She's right here. Let me show you. You saying hi to everyone? Hey, saying hi. You look so grumpy. A little bit grumpy. Oh yeah, I won't do it live because I think it's like too and I think it's just too much with like having like to have the guests come, and then it would be a really weird time too, and I just don't want to open up that like liability either. So but I will take questions um from everyone before, and like obviously I'll announce who it is and stuff, and then I will like film it in this like the way I did with like Julesy and Chris and Brittany and Taylor and Slicey. So then I'll post it after that. Yeah, she's sleepy and grumpy. She's ready for her long weekend. But the last thing I was going to say is I'm moving to a week today. So next Friday I will be in my final location. And the location for where we'll be from now on, and where the rest of season 2 will take place. But I have a new I'm moving into an actual house, and I have a room solely dedicated to YouTube that I'm going to make into like a little YouTube studio. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I don't know. I'm gonna get some like L word. I don't know. Like a cool, like really big some like picture or something done that I can have in that room. But yeah, and I actually ordered like some new light. Like I really like this, like the light and stuff. But I've ordered some like really cool new stuff, and then I ordered some like cool Pride stuff as well, because I'm gonna do like some stuff for Pride, and then I'm hoping that. Oh, hey Sonia. Um, oh, I hope I have the cast to go on the show. My channel is so small, like the like it's. I understand that like their time is valuable, and I've got like 5,000 subscribers, like, but I don't know. Hope maybe I'll go up while when the season's airing, because there's so many people that they aren't on YouTube looking up the L word when the L word's not on TV. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited about my YouTube room, and yeah, lots of good stuff coming. Pride. I really feel I keep saying this I went into the chemist yesterday, and I it's a really small island. Like everyone knows everyone here, and you know me, I talk to anyone. So, but like my friend owns the chemist, and so I'm always like talking to all the people who work there. I'm one of the girls that like I chat to her all the time when I'm there, but we're not like friends. And she follows me on Instagram. She's like, "Oh, I saw your things coming back," and I was like, "My thing?" She's like, your like they all say your show because like I'm like the only person who watches it. And they're like, your show's coming back in August, isn't it? And I was like, yes, yes, it's coming back. I'm so excited. And I kept saying to her, I was like, I feel like it's just really getting going now. Like we're this close to a trailer, and like they've done the promotional bit, and we're just ready to go. And she was looking at me like, okay, crazy. Just it's been so long without. I know that you guys are right there with me, that it's just been so long without anything. And you know I know that I'm always saying things like this, but I just really really appreciate you guys and coming to the channel and sticking around whenever you know we haven't actually had the show in so long. And I just love like our little community, and just always trying to stay positive and putting good things out, because it's really easy to like the same way in life, like it's really easy to look at the negative and like pick people apart and like have arguments and stuff. And it's like I like and I know everyone who watches the show isn't gay, but like I like to think that like our community of mostly women and stuff is like a really positive place. And I don't know, I just feel like everyone who is in this channel and like comes here and in our little L word world is just, we're always looking out for each other and looking for the good. And I just love how even like with the crew and stuff, like they're putting up pictures and like interacting with people, and it's just so nice to see. And I know every so often there's like, like there's people who like absolutely despise me, and I'm like, is it really worth your time? Like I just said, I've got 5,000 subscribers, and all I'm doing is talking about a show I like. Like, is it, I just don't know. I really don't know. Like, there's more things that you know, I just don't know. But I just love you guys, and everyone is just always so positive. And I know it's been like such a hard year for people as well. So this whole community has just been such like a positive for me, and I have absolutely I honestly mean this. Like, you guys on this channel has been one of the best thing that has happened to me in the past like year and a half, like having this channel. I just feel so incredibly lucky that anyone at all, whether it's like two people that, you know, come to my channel and talk and stuff like that, like it really means a lot to me. And I'm always talking about you guys, always. So I just want to say that really quickly, and I hope that I know this sounds crazy, but I'm just so happy for us that we're getting the show back. I really am. Like, we are. It's right there. We're so close. We're 10 weeks away. So we are so close to just, it's going to be great. Like, think about all the, I'm just so excited for like being able to talk about everything and like the new trailers every week and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be great. I know it. I just know it. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for all the kind words as always. You know, this sometimes I sit here and I like read the comments at night and stuff, and you guys crack me up, and just I love it. I love our little positive shining light in the world. So Miss G and I will love you and leave you, and of course, you know, we're popping up over the weekend. I'll be doing my next Gen Q review at the weekend, and I guys, I really really hope that we're getting a trailer soon, because oh my gosh. Um I haven't done I'm going to do the winners at the very end, which is like in 2 seconds. But the yeah, I just really hope we're getting that trailer soon, because that's when I feel as though we'll be really kicking off, and we'll be absolutely ready to rock and roll. So let me oh show I just saw Showtime just tweeted, but it's not about the L word. So useless. So where's my thing? Um, so our okay, there's 3 winners. And as I was saying, I think one of them said they had to leave. So um, you can pick any t-shirt from my, or like if you want, if you don't want a t-shirt and you want like a water bottle or something instead, let me know. But the you can pick any of the designs at all. So just send me a message on Instagram, and the winners are Molly and Sabrina and Savage. So those 3 winners, send me a Instagram message with what design you want, what size you are, and your address. And they normally take like 3 weeks to like between me doing the order and then, because they print them to order, and then if you're in the US you'll probably get it in like 2 weeks, But if you're across, it's normally like, because like the I just got these like yesterday, and Ness was one of the winners last time, and she's in Europe too, and I think, did she get yours on Tuesday or Wednesday, Ness? So yeah, they do take a little bit longer because they are printed in the US, obviously. Um, so yes, so I will be awaiting your message, and if you it'd be like, obviously no pressure whatsoever, but if when you get your pieces, because I like, Ness sent me a picture of hers, or like when Sonia won at Christmas, she took like a picture of like the t-shirt and like the cup and the glass and stuff. So I'll always like share them on Instagram and stuff. Or if you want me to like I don't know, like put a smiley face over your face or something, let me know. But it'd be cool to share the winners on Instagram or whatever. So yeah. So you guys, as always, thank you so. Oh, and then, sorry, I forgot another thing I was going to say. Um, for this is a really cool giveaway. Okay, it's not for merch. It's for something way cooler. So when whenever I'm gonna do this, I think, for the premiere. So like when the trailer comes out, um anyone who, like, I'm gonna do a reaction to the trailer. So I'm going, like, on that video, it's the usual thing. If you're a subscriber, you like the video and you comment, you'll be entered in. And the prize, because I'm gonna order one for myself, so I was like, oh, I'll order one for a winner for the channel, but obviously I want to do it on the trailer because it'll be like, a lot of people entering. You can win one of the Elward book prints of Jennifer's, and I will get it signed for you by Jennifer Beals. So if you want to be in for a chance to win that, like, I'm just putting that out there because obviously the trailer could come out any day. So that's going to be the prize for the trailer reaction video. So I hope that that's a good prize, and you can pick. I'll wait to order so you can pick the picture. Savage, you have to you have to send me a message on Instagram with your size and what t-shirt from the merch store you want, and your address, because you won one of the Elcon shirts. So yeah, that's it, guys. Anything else, send me Instagram message or anything like that. And yeah, oh, thanks, Sonia. I thought that people would like that. I mean, obviously, if Jennifer Beals isn't your cup of tea, like, you can have something else. But yeah, so have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the long weekend. I hope everyone gets some nice weather. And yeah, hopefully we'll talk super, super, super soon when we get a trailer. But lots of love from Miss G, and thank you so much for coming. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night, guys. Love ya. Bye.